Let's, I think I'll just click the door to open it. Yeah. Oh, there they are. They were in there the whole time. Those sneaky, almond-eyed, alien, evil, stupid douchebags. Hello everyone, welcome back to Games on Hard Mode. We've got more XCOM coming right up. So last time we went to Mumbai, it was very successful. We got a few more soldiers promoted, and we are now in a position where we have nothing to do. What we've got here is the event list. So we've nearly finished researching weapon fragments. So once that's done, we can pick something else to research. And a little bit down the line, we've got our satellite that will be built. And in about a month's time, we'll get a report from the council. And if we're doing well, we should get some nice rewards there. If we're doing poorly, entire continents will stop funding the XCOM project, which will affect us in quite severe ways. So we don't want that to happen. We want to keep people happy. So let's just have a look at what we can do here. Right now, we can't actually afford to build anything. We can't build any facilities because we don't have the money. I wasted a bit of money with this excavation, so that's a bit of a shame. You can sell things on the grey market. I don't particularly want to sell too much right now, although if we just sell 2 sectoid corpses, that should be enough to allow us to build something. So we're going to do that because we're probably going to end up with loads of these. So we can sell 2 alien corpses on the grey market to, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want with these alien corpses, but they can have them. And that should now leave us with enough money to actually start building something. So what could we build here? We could build a laboratory, which would increase our research speed, which would be pretty handy. Or we could build a power generator that we don't currently need. I think power, I probably want my power generators to be on the right hand side so that eventually they can go on these steam spots as well. So I think over here we might do laboratories and workshops and things like that. And I think having a bonus to research speed is going to be pretty helpful. The sooner we can do that, the better equipment we can have out, and the more effective we'll be against the aliens. So we'll get to work on a laboratory, I believe. And we'll start working on that. So that's going to take 10 days to finish. So we've got a little while until that's a thing. But good to have it going. And what we're going to do now is just wait for something to happen. So we'll pop here and let the time pass.
Excavation complete.
Okay, so we finished researching weapon fragments. So now we can research something else. And that's also given us the ability to manufacture scopes. Scopes can be quite helpful. If you give them to a soldier with quite bad aim, it can make them a little bit more useful. I don't really know that we have the funds right now to be building scopes, but it's something to consider down the line. Let's look at what we can be researching here. What does experimental warfare do? The ability to adapt alien technology for our own use. That's cool and all, but I think I'm going to research some alien materials here, just so that we can start working towards getting some better armor. So we'll begin that project, and let's just let the time pass again. Okay, so we've got a UFO that's been spotted over Germany. It's small, which probably means our interceptors can shoot it down. So we're going to scramble the interceptors. Let's send Raven 2. I've got a good feeling about Raven 2. We get a nice little cutscene here as Raven 2 gets shot into the sky to do combat one-on-one with a UFO. Why we can't send both, I don't know. Seems like you'd send as many as you had, but I don't know. I'm not in charge of this kind of thing.
We have eyes on the bandit.
Here we go. Now we get this weird little... I've never really understood what's going on here. I know we can back out if things are looking bad. If this is nearly destroyed, we can abort. Doesn't matter. That UFO went down like... I don't know what it was made of, but I feel like that went down more easily than a plane would have. Alright, we'll go check it out at least. So it's been shot down. Surveillance indicates that that the alien crew are still alive and moving at the crash site. So we're going to go and send in XCOM.
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have a confirmed kill on Bogey 001. I repeat, the UFO is down. I'll copy, over.
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. Alright, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
So, the UFOs crash landed in Germany, and we can now send a squad in to investigate. So let's have a look at who we're bringing here. So we've got Bullseye McHeadshot, who is probably coming along. I do just want to train him up. I definitely want to take at least one rookie, so let's just take a look at who's good. So I've had a look. We're going to take Perez, because Perez actually has an aim of 75. And I do want our rookies to be able to hit things. So Perez is coming along for the ride. With Perez, we've got Bullseye McHeadshot, Red Shirtman, and Dr. Curing, all of whom should be able to hopefully help us out here. I'm wondering if we want Shirtman to have a shotgun here. We could instead give Shirtman, if I click the right button, we could give Shirtman an assault rifle instead, which will do a bit less damage, but will be a bit more accurate. I think the shotgun will be fine for now, but it is something to think about for some missions, because the beginning shotguns that aren't the alien ones aren't very good. Like, they're good if you're right up by the alien, but otherwise they're a bit hit and miss. But this squad looks good, looks on point. We can tell who the expendable is, and we will launch the mission. So, these missions are similar to the ones we've done already. The main difference is that we are, rather than in a sort of populated area, we're instead going for a crashed UFO, and most of the time they're in quite rural areas. Sometimes they're in cities. This one doesn't look like it is. And typically inside those UFOs you might get slightly different types of alien to what we've seen. So we might see a few new types of alien here. But yeah, I mean, the general mission is largely the same. Wipe out all the aliens, and as much as possible, we want to not destroy too much of the UFO, because the better state that's in at the end of the mission, the more stuff we'll be able to steal from it. So let's send the squad in. And here they go. Now, we don't know where the UFO is, but it's generally relatively safe to assume that it's going to be over here somewhere, off in the distance. There's a few new things I need to discuss. One of them is to do with Bullseye McHeadshot. Now, snipers can't move and then shoot. They have to move and then sort of stay where they are, and then the next turn they can shoot. So we want to make sure that Bullseye McHeadshot is generally in a good position. Later on, we can give him an ability called Squad Sight, which will basically mean if any of our soldiers can see an alien, he can also see that alien. But for now, he doesn't have that, so we don't want him too far back this time. So we'll just need to bear it in mind as far as how far we move him. I think Shirtman going first does make sense here. This is a relatively good bit of cover. We could think about which way we want to go here. It looks like, I mean, cover's pretty sparse. We've got thick trees like this tend to be quite good, but in general, there's not too much going on. Going straight forward for now seems okay, but we might want to branch off, pun intended, this way towards these trees and sort of follow a diagonal line, because it looks like there's some more cover over there as well. Let's actually put Shirtman over there, which means Curing's going to move first, and just take a look over here. No sign of any aliens. Looks good to me. That's some meld, actually. Certainly worth considering. Shirtman, I think, is going to stick to the original plan and just move this way. Nothing of note over there. Is that a bird? Yeah. Nice. Don't know if I've noticed them before. There's a bird. Who else have we got? McHeadshot. Now, McHeadshot we're going to want to be very careful with. McHeadshot is precious to me. So McHeadshot's just going to make a teeny little move over here. And chill there for now. I don't want to send Perez much further forward than anyone else, so Perez can just actually move forward with McHeadshot, actually. Just move over here, and we'll just get some overwatches going. Now, McHeadshot can't overwatch here because they've moved, but what we can do is switch to a pistol and overwatch with that. That's the kind of pro tip you can only get on this channel. We're unlikely to see any aliens this turn, I'd say. They're usually a bit further away. Yeah, alright, cool. Now, we know where the meld is, and again, these early missions are quite good moments to pick that up. So I'm going to do a little bit of scouting here with Gabriel Perez. I wonder if going straight ahead is a good idea, or whether we want to... The map's not that wide, actually. The map ends here. So, if there are aliens, they're going to be up here. if there's any that we're unlikely to have seen already. So I think we can risk it. Let's push up with Perez and see what we see. You can see the meld. No aliens thus far, which is very nice. Where do we want McHeadshot to be? Ultimately, having McHeadshot behind this tree is probably quite nice. So let's move some other people first just to see what happens. Curing. There's just not much cover here, really. A lot of these outdoors missions don't have as much in the way of cover as I might like. Do we take a bit of a risk here and dash with Perez? I think that's a bit silly. Because we could dash Perez up here, but then we are quite likely to see an alien if we do that. So I'm going to play it a bit safer than that. I'm going to move McHeadshot over here for now. All good. I want to move Curing up. Let's just let's try and keep people roughly together. And we'll do an Overwatch there as well. And Shirtman is actually going entirely the wrong way. So I'm going to do a dash with Shirtman, but I'm not going to do anything too dangerous. I'm just going to send Shirtman over here. Just where Bullseye McHeadshot is. Doing a bit of scouting here to play it safe. And we'll Overwatch with Perez. We're likely to encounter some aliens relatively soon, I'd say. Alright, so there's some off this way. Is that actually where the UFO is? We can't see it yet. It could be, though. Sometimes you can tell, but I'm having a bit of trouble here. We've got 2 turns to get this meld if we want it, and I do want it. I guess we'll prioritise safety above anything else. If we get the meld, it's a nice bonus, but let's just focus on people being safe. We know there's some aliens off in this direction. Bearing that in mind, our current position isn't all that great. So I think what I'm actually going to do is send Perez over here, see what they see, and then potentially fall back if it looks bad. Otherwise, move people up and start taking shots at these aliens. So let's take a look. Nothing so far, and we do now know that Perez can get to that meld next turn. And it looks like, yeah, there's the UFO. So we are getting closer to it. It's going to be a bit of a problem if there's aliens right here. We heard some over that way, but if some come from over here and we're all looking that way, that's a bit of an issue. So let's just try and play it safe with our movements here. I think, bearing that in mind, this rock's probably quite a good spot for Curing to hide behind. And we'll Overwatch there. Shirtman is going to do no good at the back here, so let's get Shirtman moving up. At least to this rock, I think. And with McHeadshot, where can we put McHeadshot? Again, I'm worried about going too far this way just in case some aliens appear. So I think we're just going to have to just keep McHeadshot back a little bit, keep him safe, and Overwatch. Didn't hear any aliens that turn. First thing we're going to do is send Perez to get this meld and see if we see any aliens by doing this. We don't. But we do know there's some over there. It's good to know that this area is clear, though. And, I mean, yeah, if they'd have to be really hidden over in this corner for us not to know about them. So let's very carefully click on the meld. Got it. Well done, me. I think we can move Shirtman up to this tree because we know it's safe. And I think we'll move Curing up there as well. And then McHeadshot can, for the time being, just move over here. Perez not actually in a brilliant spot right now. I'm just going to pop Perez behind the meld, I think. Because moving forward, we might trigger some aliens, and you really don't want to do that at the end of your turn. If you're going to pop aliens, you want to do it early on so you know where they are, and you can act accordingly. Alright, we're hearing some more alien activity over that way. And here they come. 2 sectoids by the looks of it. One went inside, one ran off that way. We're actually quite far away from them. Who can move up and take good shots? Shirtman can move up, but with a shotgun, is probably not going to have many good shots. Perez can move up behind this tree, which is a relatively decent place to be. Decent enough to actually have a shot here. 55 is actually quite good. Now let's put McHeadshot where Shertman was, I think. Yeah, let's keep McHeadshot safe. And can't do anything but Overwatch with him this turn. I think let's see how Perez's shot goes before we do anything else. Go on, get a hit. Beautiful, 4 damage. Strong work, and Perez has earned a promotion, so if we keep him alive, we will have a new squad member. We could move Shertman up here. The issue is Shertman, if Shertman has a shot, it's going to have really low accuracy because Shertman's using a shotgun. So I actually think what I want to do with Shertman is just move up here, see what we see. The answer is nothing. Switch to a pistol and Overwatch. And then Curing is going to follow suit and maybe just chill up here. That's a safe enough spot. And Overwatch again. Right, so the alien, have they got a shot from there? Yeah, they do. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate. Oof. Alright, we do need to deal with that. If they're taking shots at our sniper, that's not ideal. Does that mean we have a shot at them? It does. Let's see if McHeadshot can earn their stripes here. It's not an amazing shot, that. We can make it an amazing shot, though, if Perez can get a grenade off. Now, we are blowing up a bit of the UFO by doing this, but I think it's probably worth doing. Let's not kill the alien, just to give McHeadshot a chance to actually do some proper damage, but let's blow up a bit of this UFO. I know I said I wouldn't, but I say a lot of things. I say I don't care about meld, and then I go out of my way to get it, so I wouldn't trust anything I say, really. I thought that would give us a flank. It's not going to, but it is going to give us a 74% chance to hit. So I'm going to take that. Seems good. Boom! Nice. Lovely. So we don't know of any aliens currently. I think we can... let's make a slightly dangerous move with McShertman here. Red Shertman, rather, not McShertman. I think we should be safe to move up here. I really hope we will be. Oh, we're not. Never mind. This is why he's called Red Shertman, I guess. Now, this thing is quite dangerous. We want to watch out for that gold thing. They can do quite a lot of damage. So if there is a way to kill it this turn, I would like to. I think Curing here has a shot. 9% to hit, though, is not great. I think this is a perfect opportunity to pop a smoke grenade. We can cover these two. We can cover those two. We can also move Curing, because Curing's not actually in very good cover right now. The question is, if we go here, do we still have a shot? Probably not, I guess. But if we go there, we can still throw a smoke grenade to cover those two, I think. So let's get Curing in some better cover here. Oh, we do have a shot. What is it? 9% still. Never mind. So we'll throw the smoke grenade here to get some protection going on. And I think that might be the end of our turn. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. Made a slight error there moving Shertman as far as I did. They're doing this again, so we could kill this alien to kill both of them if we have any kind of shot. Here comes a shot, hopefully not at anyone important. Oh, it's going for McHeadshot, but they are in full cover and quite far away. This thing is going to run. Ooh, that's bad. Right up to Shertman. And that is a hit, and it's a pretty serious hit as well. Okay, we'll figure out what we're doing with Shertman once we figure out what we're doing with everyone else. So, option number 1, we can get a flank here with Rookie Perez. If we move here, we'll have a flank on this golden creature. What sniper shots do we have? McHeadshot has 1 shot on a sectoid, which isn't great. Curing has another 9% on this. That's really bad. Is Curing's accuracy just bad? But Curing might need to revive Shertman. Now Shertman, definitely don't want him using his pistol. Shertman here has a 79% to hit this thing right next to him, doing up to 5 damage. If we can kill that alien and this thing this turn, then we're winning. We're just having a great time. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to work that way. What can we do about Shertman here? I think Perez might need to come to the rescue. If we move Perez down, take the flanking shot with Perez, that at least gives us a slightly clearer idea of what's going on. We need to kill this thing if we do that, so Shertman might need to follow that up, and then we potentially move Curing up. Can Curing... Curing can't move far enough to heal Shertman on his own. Right, well let's send Perez down here. If he goes down here, he's not then flanked, so I guess that's slightly better. So let's do that. And let's try this shot here. 70%, 60% chance for a critical hit. Let's try it. Alright, we should be able to confidently finish that thing off at least. Still working with a 9% there. Now, part of the problem is it's actually moved into our smoke. That's probably why it's so hard to hit still. Actually, I figured it out. We can get a guaranteed kill on this using a grenade. So if we move Bullseye McHeadshot up and throw a grenade, it means that Shertman here can pull back over to where Curing is. We'll have Shertman dash over here. Which means that Curing here can heal his wound.
Come on, time to cowboy up.
Which makes him slightly less likely to die, which is good. And McHeadshot here is going to move up behind this cover here.
On the move.
And we're going to use our grenades to just get a guaranteed kill, because better safe than sorry. I'd rather lose resources than lose soldiers. Nice. Job's a good one. No problem. We've still got these two aliens, so some problem. They're going to do this mind melding move again, which gives us again the opportunity to get the double kill. Let's see what this one does. It's going to take a shot at someone. Oh, it's not. Okay. So we're in a position here where we can't really move with anyone unless we want them to get shot at. McHeadshot here has a 34% chance to hit that alien, which is not great. Perez has a 35% and a 55% to hit that alien. So if he can pull this off, it should kill both of them. There we go. Perez taken down 2 with 1. Beautiful. Alright, job done. There are only 5 aliens, so we did it. We also got both of the meld canisters, which is always a result. We didn't lose anyone. Red Shertman was 1 point of damage away from dying, so we should probably be a bit more careful with him. And we'll continue back to base. So that's our second support. I like that. More smoke grenades is more safety, which means more soldiers who are alive. And I'm into that. Well done, Gabriel Perez. Shertman has been gravely wounded for 13 days. This is the state that most of my assaults end up in. I'm not good at playing with assaults, and the ones I use tend to just get blown apart. The ones who are gravely wounded are the lucky ones. The rest of them just die. So, what did we get there? We can research beam weapons. That's definitely worth doing. The sooner we can get beam weapons, the better. I believe that'll help with our accuracy as well. We got some corpses, some nice flight computers and stuff. I think damaged ones can be sold. I'm going to check that now. I think, yeah, damaged parts can't be used for research, so we'll just sell them straight away because they have no other use. So we'll just get $50 from that, which is nice. 50 simoleons, rather. My mistake. Gabriel Perez, who will henceforth be known as Big Joe. There he is, Big Joe. Nice big armor, a pretty sick looking helmet, and the white color to signify that Big Joe is a support. Welcome to the team, Big Joe. I expect great things from you. 3 kills in 2 missions. Not bad. Now, one thing I didn't do last time is I actually unlocked a medal here, the Urban Combat Badge. So I think we can choose what this does. So we can either have this medal give +5 defense to anyone who uses it when they're in cover, or we can give +5 aim against enemies in full cover. Now, I know I should use this tactically, but I'm going to give it to Big Joe, because Big Joe kind of was amazing in that last one. And I think what we're going to go for Big Joe, considering that his aim's quite good already, we're going to give +5 defense when in cover. And we'll award it to Big Joe. There he is, brimming with pride. Lovely little pencil moustache there. And that's our first medal. First of many, I'm sure. And we're going to rename the medal to the Big Joe Badge. I received a comment in the live chat on one of my videos saying I should name everyone Big Joe. I decided not to, but I think this is a nice compromise. We can award the Big Joe Badge to any XCOM soldiers that prove themselves worthy. And there's not much else to do here. I don't think I can cram another mission into this, so we will rejoin this game next time. Thank you very much, as ever, for joining us. You know the deal. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. There's a link to my Twitter in the description, and I hope to see you next time. If you have any XCOM tips, do leave them. If you want to get in there while you can and suggest some names for the squad members, I will use them, as long as they're not offensive. You know, as long as they're something that I can put on my YouTube channel without being embarrassed, then that's all fine. That's all kosher. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Goodbye.